Hello, it's Wednesday, August the 4th, and we are in the 47th chapter of the prophet Isaiah. And today we're going to look at verses 5 through 14. And it begins with Babylon. And as we've been seeing for the last several days now in chapters 46 and 47, this is the decline and fall of the Babylonian Empire. And in verses 5 and 6, God seems to take a special note of the fact that Babylon were cruel, and that for some reason they were especially cruel to the older generation. Well, that's not new, of course, and there are many occasions in church history, including our own, where the elderly population were downtrodden by younger generations, and everything what comes around goes around, as they say, and I do take note of that. And in verse 8 and 9, now therefore hear this, you lover of pleasures, who sit securely, who say in your heart, I am, and there is no one besides me. I shall not sit as a widow or know the loss of children. These two things shall come to you in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood shall come upon you in full measure, in spite of your many sorceries and the great power of your enchantments. So despite their culture, their religion of pleasure, they thought they were invincible. And in one day, and it's called the Battle of Opis, O-P-I-S, and it took place in September in 539 BC. Opis is a city, a riverside city, and the king of Babylon, Nabonidus, was met by Cyrus the Persian in the famous battle of Opis in one day. This is a region 50 miles or so north of modern-day Baghdad, and it was there that this prophecy came true. This invincible, proud, arrogant, spoilt city of Babylon, an empire of Babylon that had captured the then known world, apart from Egypt maybe, and in one day, in a city called Opis, near a river, this empire met its end, and it was gone, and it was no more. It came crashing down. It's a reminder that God is the author of history, that history is His story. And what God did in 539 BC, in the month of September, He can do in our time, toppling the godless culture of our time through whatever instrument He chooses, because He has made a promise that He will build His church and the gates of hell will not prevail. Well, that's chapter 47. We've got a little bit more to look at, and we'll look at maybe verses 12 through 15, the closing section of Isaiah 47 tomorrow, but that's it for today. Have a wonderful day.